me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
Baby, what you talking about? This was something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. See what baby got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
Stop the road when you walking. You rest your hips to the talking. You leaving me no options. Say less, say less. Stop the road when you walking. You rest your hips to the talking. You leaving me with no options. Say less, say less, say less.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Southern Nevada and Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas.
Since birth I've been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found in yo. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in the music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in a million. Born in a million. Born in a million.
Opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome everyone to Allegiant Stadium. Katie York set to get this one started. And away we go at Allegiant Stadium. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They're running the option, short side. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. At the 20. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders take a 6-0 lead right away. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. Point after from Carlson is up and good. And the Raiders take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
They'll run again with Brown. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about a big hitter, 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Well, no look on his first look of the game, and now it's 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Fields out of the gun. Complete out to the right. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
The Raiders go a nickel on this 3rd down. Another throw for Fields. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Buys time, rolling right. The ball is out! And the Raiders get to it! And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Put a check mark by that one. You're going to remember that one, not just over the course of this game, but I guarantee you in the offseason when they're watching effort. That was all about effort. Backs pressed against the wall when you're down here defensively.
Jukes his way into the clear. Still has some space up near midfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
That's into the hands of Dobbs. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's a Vegas 1st down. Here's the handoff. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. That is stopped by Alex Highsmith. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Back-to-back carries here. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it. Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Handoff now, running right. It is into the end zone. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders pull out in front further, 13-zip. Carlson's extra point is good. And the Raiders drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Fields. On the move, headed right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for short.
Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. A pistol snap. Fields escapes the pocket. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. So it'll be 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Fields throwing here. Completed over the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
A give left side to Brown. Escapes a defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Steelers 1st down. Here's Brown again. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Chased out to his right. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Fields on third. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That is a DB's best phrase, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it. Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Starting from the 5. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They're out and set. First and 10. Right up the gut. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Second down now, 7 to go. Back to the well again. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Back to throw now. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He's got a gain of 6 there. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. He steps in front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed and really becomes advantage defense as they take it away.
They bring a tight end in motion right. Fields on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll head out of bounds at the opponent's 35. They get 13 on the pickup. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. They're set up at the 35 now. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Working inside the red zone. Finds a man right side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. York good on the point after. And the Steelers cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Hits his running back. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Raiders got a long way to go and a short time to get there. The give here on 2nd. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Completed to his running back. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
To throw it on 1st down. Short pass brought in. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Raiders 1st. Setting up a throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's keeping it. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. A final throw before the break. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Fields. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down throw for Fields. Forced out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Looking to throw Fields. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. It looked like it was going to be kicked there.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Third and long for him here. Has a man, it's Brown. And he's taken down at the 30. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Man in motion, out of the slot. Here's Fields to throw. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Play action, Fields. Complete out to the right side. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Oh, he lost the football. And the Raiders get to it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Catch made over the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Lone back in the back. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. Steelers have it. Headed the other way. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
He's on the move. And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. York tacks on that extra point. And the Steelers make it 17 all. Now he's York to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He throws a bullet down the left side. They connect on the deep shot. He's able to move it past the 45 before going out. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19. They'll try and throw it here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Greg Newsome has it. And the Steelers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Rolling left by trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. He's got a man left.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Fields out of the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Raiders' drive is going to start deep on their own side of the field. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They go play action here. That one's complete over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. He's dropping back to throw. Complete here to Bowers. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's a tie ball game through 3. We'll see which side separates here in the... Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. They'll see he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. To the air now on 1st and 10. Dumped off to his running back. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
They are throwing it again. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Putting the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Looking to the air here. Caught at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders take a 4th quarter lead. Brock Bowers the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Carlson adds the extra point. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. The Raiders kicking team is out there and they'll boot this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Fields on 1st down. Another turnover. This time it's an interception. Picked off by the rookie from Texas A&M. And the Raiders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
Play action on 1st down. Buying some time right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
Throwing once again on 2nd and 10. Got a man, Bowers has it. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Looking to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. On comes Daniel Carlson for a pretty important kick. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a two-possession game.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a two-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Trayvon Merrick has it. And the Raiders will take over as he records his first interception of our season. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. Another carry for him. Makes a cut to the right sideline. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down for a loss. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. Back to the line they go. It's second down.
At the 43-yard line.
Lone back gets the handoff. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. The Steelers use their third and final timeout. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. 8 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden got some options here on 4th down. Daniel Carlson out to try this Raiders field goal. On the left hash, this will be from 50. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And their lead holds steady at 10.
Kid, any way you look at it, any script you were going to write for a comeback, it started with the field goal. They had to have that right there, and they don't. So you can rip up that script. Not sure there's enough time remaining to find a way to win.
First down throw for Fields. Trying to push it deep downfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Here he is to throw. Throw left side, complete. And he can't get the first, but he does get out of bounds. Now they're up against it, 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Buys time, rolling right. Defender tips that one, but he's got it. Great work. He gets them the first down. They needed that conversion, and he also stops the clock. Shotgun snap to Fields. Finds a seam down the middle. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. The Black Hole can take that party over to the Vegas Strip as the Raiders win at home. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign.